the average life expectancy of somebody in the United States of America? And it was 77 years old.
Let's do linguistic analysis. Okay, fine. Let's do a statistical analysis, but it is applicable to linguistics. Averages can be one really helpful way of visualizing and understanding data. So, for example, we have here a histogram that shows the height of people in the United States, and we can see that it's a normal distribution, meaning most people fall somewhere in the middle, somewhere around the average. But we also have a few people who are taller than the average and about the same amount of people who are shorter than the average. And in this case, understanding the average of this data can actually be helpful because most people congregate close to this average in the middle there. This is called a normal distribution. But averages aren't always that helpful, especially when we have something that is a non-normal distribution, such as the life expectancy in the United States. Here's a histogram. By the way, we're looking at the blue lines, which is the life expectancy from 2015. We can see, first of all, it looks really different from the one we just looked at. This is a non-normal distribution. And we know it's non-normal because we don't see most of the people congregating towards the middle there. In fact, we see a spike at the beginning where unfortunately infants are passing away, and then we see a larger spike much later in life. If we decided to take an average of this data, we would have most people falling into the 80s or 90s range, but we have this group of infants who drag the average down a lot. That's what brings the average life expectancy down to somewhere around this range that actually doesn't describe a lot of people. So this is why an average in this case might not be very helpful. We're looking at a non-normal distribution, and the average isn't actually capturing the data like we might want. Instead, there are some other measures of central tendency like mode, the number that happens the most. And if we look at the mode, actually it's 89 is the age when most people pass away. Understanding descriptive statistics like this is invaluable to linguistics research. Watch for part 2, and we'll talk about how this applies to linguistics.